New Ado, Episode X. I'm convinced there is not a more tonally diverse voice out there. The things that she can do, the sounds that she conjures and executes. I actually appreciate her studio recordings more, having heard so much of her live. What we hear in the studio, it's really her. There's processing and production going on, but it's all her. I love that we hear something so similar in the studio and live, even as crazy as her voice is. Two completely different postures right there. Sighing out of it. It's so much going on. So flary, like that idea of intentionally being weak in your head voice in an area where you would just normally go to your chest voice, and then digging into that chest voice, that's cool. And then, of course, she's got her chirps and sighs that are going on there as well. Mama! Yeah! Getting that area above your vocal cords involved. That's not a distortion on the vocal cords. That's a nasal and then letting the area above your cords take the brunt of that air. It's constriction, not just going harder and harder on your cords. But this breakdown and what she enters into here. I hear how one track in there, her pitch is falling as she's speaking, and then the background vocals are going up. It's creating this contrast that is also present there in the music. You hear that in the background too? Super nasal and broken. And there's two different types of distortion going on there. There's the sigh-based sort of distortion, and then there's the compression, pure compression-based distortion. Notice how that one's tighter than versus. They're both layered in there. That second one is a caught sigh. The first one is the more tight one, which she was doing earlier, is more of just compression above the vocal folds. I gotta hear that again. I love how she enters into that distortion and then cleans it up so skillfully. Right, aggression, vulnerability, going back and forth in just a few words. Ooh, that was pretty. Listen, that little squeak, desperate sigh up in her head voice. If you're inspired by Ado and you'd like to go beyond inspiration to self-discovery, if you'd like to learn how to pull some of the things that she's doing with her voice and experiment with your own voice and see what it can really do, it's a really fun way to learn how to sing. Click the link below and join my free singing course. I will help you discover things that are possible with your voice that you never thought possible. I want to say that I read the lyrics in English prior to watching so that I could appreciate the dynamics of what I'm watching a little bit more. I'm going to start doing that with all of her songs. And the general theme that I got from the English translation was that, yeah, there's hardship. There's going to be ugliness. But as long as I'm hearing that calling and that connection with something greater than myself, I can handle it. And I love the contrasts musically. It's perfectly, I don't even have to understand word by word what she's saying to relate the message that I got from the English translation to what I'm hearing and seeing. Beautiful. That was another one of those like just cool vocal acrobatic things that's really subtle that you probably wouldn't even notice. But she's like humming in a subdued sort of lullaby voice, and then as soon as she opens the sound into a full vowel, she connects with more of a belt. It's coordinated, connected, and amazingly cool. I love that tight acoustic guitar strumming sound. I've always loved that. It's very sparkly, percussive. The acoustic guitar is taking a percussion role there. Yes, and we have guitar solos. Great bass. Cool alternate picking. Like this is the stuff that I grew up on, and they're doing such a good job of throwing all these different things that, like, no wonder she's doing so well and blowing up so much. She appeals to such a broad taste of music. It's all there. That's a cool transition. Gotta hear that. Oh, that's so low. That's low for some men. Oh, wow. If you sing, try that. That's very difficult. To get the pitches in the midst of all that moving around and transferring your resonance up to head voice. Beautiful harmonies. Little transition there. Nice approach to that major chord. We haven't gone back to that, like, sludge yet. I wonder if we will. Neat key change, by the way. I like the double with her desperate, that's that sigh bass sort of distortion up there with a cleaner. She has this warmer sound. It's not quite swallowed, but I love that she doesn't just stay there, right? This is a particular character, a particular set of instances where she lives there for a little bit, but then she goes back and she brightens it up. She takes out these characters and spends time with them, but then puts them away. And I don't think that this can really be overstated when you're thinking about what makes a great voice. It's this ability, the ability to spontaneously introduce variety into your singing in the form of multiple characters in very short amounts of time. These characters help you express emotion and setting. It's not just about hitting notes. It's about truly connecting with different emotions, and bringing out different characteristics in your voice is a great way to lead those emotions and reflect on them at the same time. It's that wonderful again. I like those static multiple harmonies up there. They're just kind of staying put as all the movement's happening in the melody. That's a nice touch from a production standpoint, especially. Guitar again. Yeah. That guitar sound is so prog. Vocal ado, lyric music. So she didn't write the lyrics on this one. The fact that I could read the lyrics in advance and relate so much of what I got from the lyrics to the performance, she's embodying a character, a message in a very effective way with her voice. Another incredible performance and production. I'm going to try my very hardest to see her live sometime within this next year. I'm excited that she's here in the US, or going to be here in the US as I understand it. Be sure to check out the many other vocal analysis videos I've done on Ado. And if you would like help pulling inspiration from the vocalists that you love and experimenting in a freeing way with your own voice, learning how to sing that way, click the link below and join my free course. I'll help you pull things out of your voice based on your inspirations that you never knew were there.